They say everything happens for a reason, but I suspect everything happens for a Reese's. Like this commercial break. Did you need 15 seconds away from music or 15 seconds to eat a Reese's? Perhaps it's true. Everything happens for a Reese's.
This podcast is brought to you by Colgate Total. We take oral health as seriously as you take sports. That's why Colgate Total Active Prevention uses advanced technology to help prevent oral health problems like cavities and gingivitis before they start. It's clinically proven to provide 24-hour antibacterial protection with twice daily brushing after 4 weeks of use. So get a winning routine and prevent oral health problems before they start. Shop Colgate Total Active Prevention at a retailer near you.
How do you think the Patriots will do in the playoffs? Are you guys so spoiled that it's like if they don't win the Super Bowl, you guys are going to be upset?
No, not at all. I mean, this is a new team, right? And I think this is like found money for us, right? Like I feel like it's
it's from the rip. You guys busted open the wall and you found a quarterback. Yeah. $20 million quarterback sitting in the wall.
We broke in, we took the sledgehammer, and there was Drake Maye.
Welcome back to New Heights, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, 92%ers from all over. A Wondery show brought to you by Intuit Turbo Tax. Oh, it's starting to get the tax season, baby. Don't forget to pay your taxes.
Unfortunately, they will knock on the door, and you do need to pay them.
I'm Travis Kelce. This is my big brother, Jason Kelce, out of Cleveland Heights, Ohio. Shout out to the Tigers and shout out to those Bearcats, baby. Subscribe on YouTube, Wondery Plus, wherever you get your podcasts, and follow the show on all social media at New Heights Show with one S for fun clips throughout the week. I am officially jobless, Jason. Actually, this is my only job.
Well, no, you're still employed unless you stop playing. Have you announced you stop playing?
This is the only company that employs me right now.
90%. We got a great episode coming up. We're going to recap everything that happened in the final week of the regular season, as well as dive into these upcoming Wildcard Weekend games. We're not excited for some playoffs.
Playoffs?
You know what I'm excited for?
Tell us.
Fucking Damon. That's right. He's coming in the back. That's right. We got him. We got Will. We got Jason Bourne. We got one of the most iconic actors of this generation. He's going to come. We're going to make you wait for it. He'll be after we talk a little bit of football, but you're gonna get through it with us. All right. We can, just so you know, we can't wait for Matt either. All right. Here we go. Let's start off with what we always start off with, a little bit of that new news. New news is brought to you by American Express. Okay, update from the Amazon Holiday Giving Initiative. This holiday season, over 3,000 Operation Breakthrough families in KC were provided with gifts and essential needs. That's right. How about that? Well done. Thank you to all the 92%ers and our friends, of course, at Amazon. Well done, Amazon.
It's awesome, man.
Well done, 92%ers. Because of everyone involved with this entire initiative, 3,000 Operation Breakthrough families have had something around the holidays, which, I mean, if that's not the Christmas spirit, I don't know what is. And for the third time, Travis Kelce has won the nationwide Walter Payton Man of the Year Charity Challenge.
How about it, man?
Every year, each team nominates one player to be their Walter Payton Man of the Year. When you get nominated, there is a fan vote that happens on socials and on the internet. And if you win that, you win the charity challenge. You're the only player to win the charity challenge each time they've been nominated.
Yeah, it's Chiefs Kingdom, baby.
As the club's Walter Payton Man of the Year. Shout out to Chiefs Kingdom. Shout out to the 92%ers. Operation Breakthrough also dropped some throwback pics of you because you've been involved there for a while.
Oh, we've been doing this since
look at these
the
photos.
Beginning of my career. Yeah.
The young Travis Kelce right here.
There you go. Oh, yeah. In the muffler shop. And then, the early days, man. Oh, my gosh. It's so funny seeing some of these pictures. The original robotics lab that 87 are running my foundations helped support. That robot right there. You see that young girl holding up. And now she is like one of the like high school kids that have been using Operation Breakthrough and all its resources for a while. So it's cool to see some of these familiar faces grow into high school kids and kind of
awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. And one of my first foundation events, I used to do a walk the walk. It used to be a fashion show that I used to put on for some of the boutiques and the kids over at Operation Breakthrough got to walk in it. So shout out to everyone over at OB. You guys know how much I love you and how much you guys mean to me. And it just means everything that 92%ers and Chiefs Kingdom out there help support that. And And it's all to make these kids right here happy and proud of where they come from, man.
Well, just so you guys know, everything from the nationwide Walter Payton Man of the Year Charity Challenge goes to support Operation Breakthrough. So you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. And thank you to everybody who voted for Travis and who has helped Operation Breakthrough out. It's a fantastic organization in Kansas City. They do so many things for these kids and families. So well done, everyone. And that wraps up New News, which is brought to you once again by American Express.
Let's move on to some bold topics to wrap up Week 18 in the NFL. Wow, Week 18. I forgot we even had 18 weeks. It's a 17-game season. Bold topics are brought to you by KFC.
Yeah, we got some snackers, famous KFC bowls. All right, here we go. Chiefs 12, Raiders 14. What are your thoughts on the season, Trev? What are your closing sentiments from this Chiefs season?
You know, it was a tough season. Obviously, ended even worse because my guy 1-5 went down, and we finished the season with a lot of starters kind of being banged up. So we had a mixture of guys that were getting their first taste of what the NFL has to offer, which is fun, but it definitely has its challenges, and it's a tough way to go out, especially with the amount of success and the standard that you hold, yourself and the team to going into the season and throughout the season. And you try and look back on it, right away, and you try and, learn from it and maybe try and figure out where it all went wrong and how you could have been better in certain situations. And it's just a shitty feeling and a shitty way to try and navigate one of the things you love to do the most, and that's play football. And, I appreciate everybody that was in that building and that was on the field the past 3-4 weeks when we knew we really didn't have much to play for other than the love of the game and the pride and the honor that comes with playing in the NFL. But I appreciate everybody that was out there giving it their all and putting their body on the line and made it as good as we could have going into the last weekend and the end of the season.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than not making the playoffs. It is very frustrating. You guys have done it, especially when you guys have done it so much. It's absolutely crazy, and you guys obviously should be very proud of that. But that doesn't make any. It actually probably hurts more, I would assume.
Yeah, it's kind of an embarrassing feeling, but you keep it moving, man. You keep it moving. And I'm still a fan of the game, and I still love the game. So I'll be tuned in throughout the playoffs, seeing how this thing shakes out over the next couple of weeks. And, I'll get to be around some friends and family in January instead of trying to figure out how to win some playoff games.
The season did not come without you guys winning some things, especially you, Trev, with some records being broken. Let's have a little reminder, since you love talking about records so much and stats. All right.
Hey.
You became the third tight end ever with 13,000 receiving yards, the fastest to ever accomplish that feat. Guys in front of you, of course, another Kansas City legend, Tony Gonzalez, who
TG.
I mean, absolutely insane how many yards Tony has.
No, it's absolutely insane, as you're right. It's fucking silly.
Yeah. And then obviously Jason Witten down in Dallas. Travis, the third one to get over the 13,000 yard marker, which is a very fitting number, I think. You also passed T.O. for 8th most receptions in NFL history. Did you know that?
Yes. Yeah, I've known all. They asked me about all this stuff after the game. So that's how I really know.
That's crazy. I didn't know you were 8th of receptions, just period. That's awesome.
Yeah, Coach Reed dials me up. I don't know what else to tell you. I think when he puts together a game plan, he features me. And I'm very fortunate of that. And I'm fortunate that in my 13th year, he was still trusting me to try and win him some ball games. So shout out to Coach for, helping me accumulate some of these yards and catches.
Well, another record is you are now tied with Tim Brown for the longest streak of seasons with 75-plus receptions at 10.
That's a LeBron stat. 100%.
Yeah, that's a LeBron stat.
Shout out to Tim Brown, though.
Now that the season is over, what is next for the Big Yeti?
Every season ends for me. I put my feet up and I just be a human because I've been putting my body through the ringer for the love of it. I do enjoy playing football and the physical aspect of it. I think there's something about, feeling the wear and tear of the football season to just fucking getting ready for a game knowing that your body's fucking beat down, man. I think there's something to it. It makes you just feel like a mangy animal that just is fucking out here just finding a way to survive. And I just fucking love that shit. But
yeah,
I think, just being a regular human for a couple weeks, maybe a month or so, and trying to figure out what I'm going to do next in terms of my future in football. I think, I've talked to a few people in the facility already, having the exit meetings and everything. And they know where I stand, at least right now. And I think there's a lot of love for the game that's still there. And I don't think I'll ever lose that. I don't know. It's a tough thing to navigate, but at the same time, I think if my body can heal up and rest up, and I can feel confident that I can go out there and give it another 18, 20, 21 week run. I think I would do it in a heartbeat. So I think right now it's just finding that answer and seeing how the body feels after this game and kind of when it all settles down.
I'm confused. So you're not already coming back?
What?
Chris Jones has said that you're coming back. I thought this was already
nice. That's why we love Chris. He's very optimistic. He's very optimistic.
Chris Jones's quote is, "I'm not buying it. He'll be back next year." But he also followed that up, though. He said, "I can't promise you anything."
Nice. There you go. Yeah, let's keep this thing moving. A little Eagles 17, Commanders 24. Jason, you want some thoughts on the game? I mean, obviously the Eagles didn't play all their starters, but
yeah, I mean, that's the big storyline. Is obviously the way it worked this past week for the Eagles was if Detroit beat Chicago, which did end up happening, and if the Eagles win, the Eagles could have jumped up to the 2 seed. The Eagles obviously elected to rest their starters because they prioritized the rest going into the playoffs, which I think is right. I mean, if the Eagles could have guaranteed getting the 2 seed by playing their starters, I think they probably would have played. But because there was this other game that also had to take place, you have the risk of injury. It's kind of outside of your control. The one thing you can control in that situation is making sure your team is rearing and ready to go for week 1. And I also, to be honest with you, I felt pretty confident the Eagles backups would beat the Commanders. And I think that they should have. They didn't finish the game well. They started off pretty good. Tank Bigsby was running crazy. I was excited to see Tanner McKee. He's played well in most of his outings with the Eagles. So there's a portion of me that just wanted to see what some of these backups and young guys could do. But yeah, it looks bad in hindsight. This is one of those things where, because Chicago lost, we got the egg on our face because we didn't play our starters, and we could have the 2 seed most likely if we would have played everybody. But I think of it like this too, is like
Monday morning quarterback.
If they start the starters and one of the premier guys gets hurt and the Lions don't win, then everybody's going to be on Nick Sirianni about what fucking idiot is playing his guys in a game that's meaningless.
Damn if you do, damn if you don't. Yeah.
And we were in a similar situation in 2023, my last year, and the offense was struggling. We really actually had less to gain. Like, we weren't really playing for anything in that week, if I recall it correctly. And we go out there and we play, and what happens? A.J. Brown gets hurt, and he couldn't play in the first playoff game. Jalen Hurts also got banged up in that game. And I do think that was also in the back of Nick Sirianni and the Eagles' head of like, listen, the last time we played our guys in a game like this, it ended up costing us some meaningful people, and we weren't at our best against Tampa Bay. I think at this point in the season, when you get the rest and you have the opportunity to avoid somebody getting hurt, and you don't know for certain that playing guys is going to help you, I don't know that it benefits you that much. And at the end of the day, you still got to go through good teams to win the Super Bowl. Like, yeah, if we're the 2 seed and we can guarantee 2 home games, that is a big thing. That is a big deal. But at the same time, like, we're going to have to play great teams regardless. And now we get a week of rest. All of our starters, Landon, our whole offensive line has been so banged up. A lot of those guys got the ability to get healthier. And then we're going to get to play. Well, and now we get San Fran, who just fought their tails off with a juggernaut of Seattle, and they're going to be coming to the East Coast. I think if this team is good enough, they're still going to find a way to get it done. I don't think that decision in week 18 is going to determine the outcome of this team. I just think that when we play up to our potential with the defense we have and with the offensive firepower we have, I think we can beat anybody.
Well, you guys got the 49ers next week. And, they've been rolling, man. They've been rolling. They had a tough one last week, but...
Dude, how good is Seattle?
That was a crazy game.
Dude, Seattle
Shitty weather game, too.
Seattle's so long and fast, and those windows they're smaller and they close. And
they're active, man. Active.
I came away from that game more impressed with Seattle than I was like, oh, San Fran ain't very good. San Fran's still legit. I just think the Seattle defense is freaking, man, do they got some dudes over there.
Yeah. With everything that's happened with the 49ers, man, Kyle Shanahan, man.
It's one of the best seasons.
Tip of the cap. He just keeps finding ways to fucking win. And shout out to the guys that, that haven't gotten injured, that are fighting through and finding ways.
Shout out to John Lynch for building a deep roster. You know what I mean? Like, to be able to weather all this stuff. If they don't go out and get Mac Jones this offseason, they don't. What happens in those 8 games that Brock Purdy misses?
Who knows, man? All right, let's get into the rest of week 18. Good luck to those birds playing the Niners next week, man. I'm going to be fucking glued to the TV on Sunday when they play. But the rest of the week 18 games, Seahawks got the number 1 seed by beating the Niners. We just talked about that. The NFC South had 3 teams finish 8-9. Panthers move on due to the tiebreakers, with the 8-9 Panthers hosting the 12-5 Rams. Is a crazy insane thing to think about. I think I remember some coaches coming out and saying, hey, if the record's better, we deserve the home game. But I kind of think that would.
I'm all in on the divisions.
You win the division, you get the home game. I think I'm with that. You
don't win
your
division, you don't get a home game. I don't care what your record is.
And now the Rams have to go all the way to Carolina, take that 4.5 hour, 5-hour trip to play a football game.
Carolina kind of like smalls their way into the playoffs. Like Rodrigo just kind of Rodriguez, Benny the Jet, just sent him out to center field, and they just held up their glove like this. And
You're
then
insane. Come on, Smalls.
We're in the playoffs. Holy shit.
Okay, we're doing this. All right. That's hilarious.
Steelers pulled it off against the Ravens. Another fucking
dude. Lamar came out hot, dude.
It was an awesome end of the game.
Lamar versus Rodgers was a hell of a fucking battle.
Lamar and Rodgers, especially in the fourth quarter, were freaking on fire. Like every time you thought one of them outdid the other one answered. And it came down to the wire. Lamar got them in position. But yeah, you missed the kick. I mean, it's unfortunate, right?
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. And actually, Mike Tomlin had another Mike Tomlin quote about how unfortunate it is, and just how, sometimes the ball just doesn't go your way, He says, in quote, you know how it is, missing a field goal. If my aunt had male parts, she'd be my uncle.
I wish you would have just say the whole thing, Mike. I don't need you to sugarcoat it or censor it. Yeah, if my aunt had a dick, she'd be my uncle. That's what the saying is. It doesn't hit the same with the male parts, but it is a great one.
It's a banger. And we got the playoff picture. We were just talking about the Eagles playing in San Fran, hosting San Fran, that is, being the number 3 seed. Rams going to Carolina, Green Bay at Chicago. The Bears hosting a playoff game at Soldier Field. That's epic. Steelers hosting the Texans with the 4-5 matchup. Buffalo has got to go down to Duval. How about it, man? Those guys are fucking rocking, but you can never count out Josh Allen. And then you got a fun one, man. 2 awesome quarterbacks. Love watching both these guys play, with Justin Herbert versus Drake Maye. And they'll be up there in New England playing, man. Which one's your favorite game?
Well, the game I'm most excited about is Philly versus San Fran. I do think that's one of the more exciting games in the first round.
There's a little bit of an NFC playoff rivalry between you guys for sure.
No doubt. We've had a lot of meaningful games really over the last 5-6 years.
Hell yeah.
Because we've both been really good. I'm looking forward to all of them. That's why the playoffs are so good. I'll be honest, I still wish it was 6 teams. I don't like that there's 7 teams. I don't like that there's only 1 bye. I think it should be the old structure, but it's still the NFL playoffs. It's still the best thing around. I still love it. I'm looking forward to most of these games. I think the ones that I'm probably San Fran, Philadelphia, and probably Jacksonville, Buffalo. The 2 6-3 games are probably the most exciting ones. What do you think? What are the games you're most excited about, Trey?
I mean, the one I just talked about up in New England, I think that's going to be fun as hell to watch. Buffalo, Jacksonville game, I'm pretty fucking jacked for.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see who comes out on top on that one.
Do we have a most likely upset? Who do you think's going to lose? That's favorite. I mean, either of the 4 seeds, which that's not an upset though. Are we going upset by seed or upset by
Seed.
Well, then the obvious answer is like LA is going to beat the piss out of fucking Carolina, right?
Until that ball just finds the mitt.
And sometimes when you got that Angels in the outfield luck to you, it just,
You got the juice. Man. I don't know what to tell you.
I think the other one is obviously Houston versus Pittsburgh. Houston's defense is insane.
Yeah, that's the one I was going to say.
Buffalo? Is Buffalo out?
I could see him winning.
Jacksonville's really good, right?
They got a lot of. They're a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun right now.
The one I feel the most confident about is definitely LA. What team is the most hot going into playoffs?
It's got to be Jacksonville. They fucking won their last 7 games or something.
Jacksonville has finished the regular season hot. That's why that game right now, I'm very much looking forward to watching. Which quarterback will get their first playoff win? I think May will.
I mean, it's between him and Herbert. I can see.
I think Darnold. I mean, dude, it's hard to bet against Seattle right now. They looked unbelievable against San Fran. Darnold looks great too, but that defense is really the one thing that's like, whoa. Seattle's defense is kind of built like a modern day NBA team.
The athletes.
Their nickel is like 6'3".
Bro, he is active too.
There were plays kind of open for San Fran, but by the time the ball got there, that distance was just closed. They move so fast. They have range. That's right. They remind me of an modern NBA team because they're all long. They can cover ground. And I feel like right now everybody's playing this like kind of conservative zone, like get back into your hooks. And the way teams are trying to combat that is the short stuff. But then they just break. They break on that stuff so quickly that even when you throw it short, they're on you right now and you don't get much out of it. So they tackle well. It's a very impressive defense. So I don't know. If I'm rolling with one, I'm going with May.
There you go.
Do you have a Super Bowl dark horse?
I mean, it's got to be kind of Jacksonville, right? I just feel like that's the one that's got the energy and has the momentum right now. And I mean, even though they're a 3 seed, which their record shows that they're one of the top teams in the league, it's kind of like it's unproven yet. You know, you got to see Trevor go out there and really run the table, man. And I think that's probably my dark horse, if there is a dark horse.
It does feel like the Rams are getting a lot of attention. The Eagles are obviously the defending champions. Seattle, everyone is talking about now. But on the AFC side, everyone's talking about Josh Allen. It's his time, like Drake Maye, MVP. Almost nobody really is talking that much about Jack. Like they're the darkest one, but they've actually been playing the most consistent probably. I'm kind of with you on this. I don't think they're going to win, but they are the dark horse.
Yeah, we've got a great slate of games this weekend, and you can't forget that Prime Video game. That's right. Green Bay Packers are playing the Chicago Bears over at Soldier Stadium.
Yeah,
God, I remember a playoff game over at Soldier Stadium. It ended in a double doink. It's always electric, and there's going to be an electric game this Saturday, January 10th at 7:30 p.m. only on Prime Video.
Hey-o.
All right. Well, that wraps up Bold Topics, brought to you by KFC.
Hey-o.
Let's wrap up some football talk with Stamps of the Week. Stamps of the Week is brought to you by HBO Max. Check out The Pit, Season 2 premiering tomorrow at 9 Eastern.
All right, this is the easiest pick for me. I'm going Myles Garrett. Broke the sack record. I mean, anytime somebody breaks a freaking all-time season record of sacks, rushing yards, anything like that, they're going to get the Stamp of the Week. I don't know how you don't give him the Stamp of the Week. And he did it sacking Joe Burrow. Did Joe take a dive? Do we have another Gastineau? Let's take a look at this. Did Joe take a dive? Joe doesn't strike me as a diving kind of guy.
No, he's a competitor.
No, that's a sack. Yeah, he didn't fight it, but that's a sack. We'll count it.
Shout out to Myles Garrett, man. Absolute fucking legend. Deserves all the praise he's getting, and congrats on fucking getting 23 sacks. It's crazy, man. Strahan was commenting on it, says, he's got the record in 17 games. I got the record in 16 games.
He kind of was joking around a bit about it.
Yeah, you already know he's having fun
tongue-in-cheek.
with it. He shows Miles all the respect as well, man. But
for sure,
I'm gonna go hit home with it, baby. Cleveland Heights' own Layla Edwards is heading to the Olympics. That's right. Becomes the first Black woman to play for the U.S. women's national team.
Hell yeah!
At the Olympic Games. She's going to be out there in Milan supporting or representing the U.S. of A. and even cooler, our hometown, Cleveland Heights, Ohio.
Congratulations to Layla Edwards. That wraps up Stamp of the Week, brought to you by HBO Max and The Pitt Season 2, premiering tomorrow night on HBO Max.
Now let's get to some Matt Damon. Jason, can you do the honors, please?
I would love to, Trav. Thank you to our sponsor, Intuit Turbo Tax.
TurboTax has some new news this tax season. They're opening store locations near you.
That's right. The same TurboTax that's been dominating the online tax game is now bringing their A game right to your neighborhood.
How about it? Think about it like home field advantage for your taxes. Nice. You can walk in, meet your TurboTax full service expert in person, and know your taxes are being handled by someone who's got your back.
You can even start in person with your TurboTax expert, then go about your day while they work to get you every last deduction you need and stay updated on the progress in the app.
No more chasing updates or worrying about your refund. Just confidence that your dedicated expert will handle everything from start to finish and get every dollar you deserve.
TurboTax stores all the new modern way of doing taxes, leaving the old way of doing taxes behind. To find a location and get matched with an expert, visit TurboTax.com.
Intuit Turbo Tax. Now, this is taxes.
Thank you to our partner, American Express.
When you're traveling, there's something special about taking a minute to slow down.
Whether that's enjoying the peace of an airport lounge, a hotel that feels like it's an upgrade from maybe that real life world that you've been living in. Anyways, or a live show from your favorite artist.
All right. With the newly enhanced American Express Platinum card, you get access to curated events and experiences. It's like you're not just attending the event, you're actually living it.
Between all the premium travel perks, dining experiences, and entertainment options, plus the award-winning American Express Service Platinum membership brings experiences to a whole new level.
It's true what they say. There's nothing like Platinum.
Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/withplatinum. Thank you to our partner, KFC.
Bowl season is over for college football, but new bowl season is beginning. That's way better.
Oh, yeah?
It's KFC $5 bowl season.
That's right. They're serving up 5 different bowls for $5 each. You get a famous bowl with those fluffy mashed potatoes and juicy chicken, or you can try their spicy mac and cheese bowl.
Creamy mac and cheese with a kick? Come on now.
People think $5 means you're getting some tiny portion. Nuh-uh. These bowls are loaded.
Right? Like we're talking 0 leftovers. You're finishing this whole thing.
5 different ways to fill it up, all $5. It's math. That's how it works. That's the kind of value we need after the holidays, right? We just spent a bunch of money on presents and gifts that our kids have already forgotten about.
5 bowls, $5, 0 leftovers.
Try KFC $5 bowls today. Actually, right now. Don't even wait till later today. Go to your KFC
now. We are so fucking lucky to have you, brother. We're gonna have
do
some fun with this one.
Oh, man, right? I'm fired up to be here. I actually, like, for some reason, my Instagram thinks that you're the only thing I ever want to watch.
Oh, man.
That's too good, man.
I've seen so much of your stuff just recommended to me, so this is cool.
Our guest today is an actor, writer, and producer from Cambridge, Massachusetts. Woo-hoo! He is a 2-time Golden Globe winner, 3 times Critic Choice winner, and an Academy Award winner. He is also the 2007 People's Sexiest Man Alive. You know him from Good Will Hunting, The Martian, the Ocean's franchises, The Talented Mr. Ripley, the Bourne franchises, Saving Private Ryan, The Departed, Ford and First for Yarn, Air, Oppenheimer. Gosh dang, I was running out of movies. Here we go. And his new movie, The Rip, is on Netflix starting January 16th. 92%ers, please welcome. Well, how about this? How about them apples? It's Matt Damon!
Let's go! go.
Thank you, guys. That was awesome, Jason. Dude. Thank you. I feel like I should run out of the locker room and go hit somebody.
Let's fucking go.
That's all we're good at.
Either doing that ourselves or motivating people to do it. It's all we know. Dude, you're absolute iconic, brother, and we can't thank you enough for spending some time. The Rip is unbelievable, man.
It is.
It is.
Thank you, guys. I'm fired up that you guys saw. You guys are the first people to see it, so that's great news.
What?
That's great for me to hear. Yeah, we haven't shown many people at all. It hasn't come out yet, and this is the first interview I'm doing for it, so this is very, very cool.
All right.
I live a fucking dumb life, man. Dude, this movie is ridiculous, man. It had me on the edge of my seat the entire time, and it's based off of, or a lot of the facts are based off of a true story.
Yeah. It starts with a true story, and then we take dramatic license from there. But there are this program in Miami where they take tips to go get money that's kind of they seize money that's got by like ill-gotten gains, like drug money and stuff like that. And so they'll hit these houses. They have dogs that don't smell for drugs; they just smell for money. And they have these teams that go seize this stuff. And one of the rules down there is you got to count it on site. Just to make sure that none of it ends up in anybody's pocket and that everybody's on the up and up. And so they count it, and they're very, very serious about it. And there was one of these ones that they went on where they were expecting to find a couple $100,000, and there was over $20 million in the walls of this house.
It's crazy.
And so that's kind of where our movie's about that. Like, it's about this team of people, but you already know there are rumblings that there might be some corruption or there might be some bad apples who are working with people outside. And then they go in and they find this $20 million, and they know it's cartel money. So they're like, oh my God, they're going to come back for it. And so it turns into that kind of, like a thriller where they know they got to stay on site, but they know that the site is kind of compromised.
Yeah, absolutely. When do you first get pitched about this? Or are you at the point now that this is your baby? Like, how did you get involved with this?
So Ben and I have a studio, like now Artist Equity, and so we're small, but we're kind of a full service studio. And so people are starting to become aware of that and coming to us with projects. And this came to us through Joe Carnahan, who, he directed Narc a long time ago, a movie, The Gray. He's directed a bunch of movies.
Yeah.
Ben did Smokin' Aces with him, actually, about 15 or 20 years ago. So we've known Joe for a really long time. And he just sent this over to us, and we read it, and we were like, this is great. We'd love to make it. And then as we kind of were working on it with Joe, we were kind of like, well, why don't we just all do it together?
Nice. There we go. Yeah.
We're all old friends. And we were like, this would be really fun. And so that's kind of how this one came to pass.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And the way it all comes together at the end, and the armored vehicle, and like you guys, that is like
cinema, dude. It's so fucking cool, man.
You got to say, in the movie, you convince Ben to go after a large sum of money. Well, you guys think it's a smaller sum of money, and it ends up being larger. What's the dumbest thing as lifelong friends you've convinced Ben to do in your friendship?
So good.
Oh my God, that's a great question. God, our whole life is a stupid. We were like 14 and 16 years old, and we were going to New York auditioning, taking the bus and going down there. Literally, the journey would take us 7 hours to get there. We'd walk in, and we called it getting okay, thanks, because you'd do an audition, you do the best you could, and the person would just go, okay, thanks. And 5 minutes, you're out the door, and you're back on the bus going like, I don't think that went too well. So our whole life has been, I mean, the odds of it working out were so long against, and working out for both of us, like, God, we've done so much stupid shit in our lives, but the whole idea was kind of dumb to begin with, I think.
I mean, it's amazing, really. I mean, at what point did you guys realize that, like, what was your first big break that you knew we were going to be able to do this?
Well, it's tough to say big break, because I think we thought every break, like we got a TJ Maxx commercial, and we were like, this is it, man.
Let's go.
No looking back.
Let's go.
And then we started to get little parts, and we started to get bigger parts, but we were getting told by casting directors and stuff. We'd go in and read, and they'd go, you're not right for this, but you should keep going. So we were getting kind of signals that we were in the right, area code. But then, like, when we sold Good Will Hunting, when we sold the screenplay, that we thought that was absolutely it. And we were like broke a year later, like,
really?
Yeah.
After that,
crazy, dude.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
we I mean, not broke. I
Yeah,
mean, but
yeah,
like
yeah.
here, I guess, so we sold the screenplay for $600,000, right? Which was just so much more money than either of us had ever considered. It was like, which we split, right? And then, but after taxes and agent and lawyer and all that
No,
stuff.
I get it. Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
now we're down under 150 each. And the first thing we did was buy brand new Jeep Grand Cherokees.
Oh,
Of course,
yeah,
of
baby.
course, of
Oh,
course.
yeah.
Now we were renting this place in LA, it didn't take long for us to be like, dude, we got to get another job. Like,
We can't just survive on that. Let me ask you, just for reference, do you know what Good Will Hunting has grossed in its time?
when it came out, I think it was like 220 something in the theater, but I have no idea what it did after that. Like because they relicensed it and they,
That's one of them that's just continued because it's just such an amazing film.
actually with our studio, that's one of the things we really fight for is reversion rights. Like Ben called me a couple years ago and he goes, the town just got relicensed for $35 million. Which just means that he made a great movie and people are still watching it. And he at the time, like that movie made a fortune. It did all this stuff, but he was on a flat salary and he didn't, I don't even think he made $1 million for that movie. And he wrote it, directed it, starred in it,
That
and
is
produced it.
crazy.
So it was one of those things. So, but it's like, our view was like, look, if you do something like that as one of the real contributors to it, then like if there's money kind of in perpetuity, then you should be a part of that. So
Hell yeah.
That
I
makes
mean, it
a
only
ton of
sounds
sense.
right, man.
yeah, it sounds fair.
Seriously, though. Speaking of movies you guys have been in, when was the first movie you guys worked on together? Was it Field of Dreams?
We were extras in Field of Dreams. That was one. But I think even before that, there was a movie that Diane Keaton and Liam Neeson starred in. That a little movie called The Good Mother, and that shot in Boston. And Ben and I and Casey, his little brother, we were all extras in that. And I think there's still a shot in that movie of Liam Neeson walking past us. Ben and I don't think have hit puberty yet. We're like 5'1". and Liam's a big dude. He's like 6'5", 6'6". And we walked past him on a street at one point. So that might have been the first moment we were actually on screen together.
We got to find that one.
I don't know. I don't know where it is. I just remember going to the movie and Ben and I were like, we're in it. We made it.
That's so cool, man.
Well, while we're talking movies, you're in something else that's coming up too. We got The Rip coming up, but we also have The Odyssey.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Dude,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. July.
Are you Odysseus? Who are you in The Odyssey?
Yeah. I'm Odysseus. Yeah.
There we go. All right.
I had a beard like yours for like a year.
I think I've seen the pictures. You were getting pretty yoked up in some of the pictures I saw too, circulating the internet.
Yeah, I was in really good shape. I lost a lot of weight. Like he said he wanted me like lean but strong.
Lean but strong.
Yeah, lean but strong. And so it's a weird thing. I don't want to bore the shit out of you, but like
none of this is boring at all.
I literally like stopped eating just because of this other thing I did with my doctor, stopped eating gluten. And I lost, like I used to walk around at between 185 and 200.
Yeah.
And I did that whole movie at 167.
Holy cow.
And I haven't been that light since high school. Like, yeah. So it was a lot of training and a really strict diet.
I was going to say, so when you get asked by the director or whoever asked you to be at that size and strength and that lean build, do you then like go out and source a trainer that gets you to that point, or do you already have somebody in mind?
No, I had somebody, but it's just, trainers are like, what are we doing? And they can kind of do anything. And it's just knowing, it's just having kind of a clear goal and setting it. It felt actually more, it's like when I do that, or when you do like the Jason Bourne movies or whatever, it feels almost like a season in a, I would imagine what that feels like for you guys, where you're preparing, it's like just part of your day. It's part of your job. Right. And it's like, and you get really routinized about it and kind of build your day around all that stuff. And, That's kind of the physical side of getting ready.
Have you had gluten since?
I haven't. I'm
staying strong.
done.
Staying
I'm
strong.
done. I'm done. I'm gluten-free everything. I found a gluten-free beer.
Nice. There we go.
How about it?
All right.
It's been so long since I've had gluten, I can't tell if it's good or not. So that's a good sign.
It's working. It's working. Well, the trailer for the Odyssey got over 121.4 million views in the first 24 hours. More than double Oppenheimer got, which was pretty successful. What do you think has so many people psyched up about this film?
Wow. Well, I think obviously Chris, Chris Nolan, I think everybody feels, I'm a fan too. I just love the movies that he makes and also, just the way, the way he insists on shooting them, and this one was 100% on IMAX. It was the first movie that was ever done all on IMAX.
Okay.
Like IMAX cameras are really loud. Like it sounds like a blender, like a Cuisinart in your face when this camera's close to you.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's why, so there's never been these dialogues. Like we couldn't have this conversation with a normal IMAX camera because you wouldn't be able to hear us.
Yeah.
But they built this giant thing around the IMAX for those dialogue scenes and like a system of mirrors so you could look at, so your eye line would be close to the camera and you could talk to the other actor and like the amount of work that went into figuring out how to do, because he wanted to do it 100% IMAX. And he did it. So it's like really ambitious kind of ideas that he has and like on the technical side. And then just there were locations that we shot in where we would get there and I'd just start laughing. I'd be like, nobody has any business shooting here. But of course he wants to shoot here. Yeah, that tracks, but we do. He has such a great crew. Like his crew is so badass and everybody just maxed out on that movie. And we made all of our days. We actually finished ahead of schedule. It was an awesome experience.
That's awesome. Hell yeah.
I haven't seen it yet. I've seen the trailer like you have, but that's about it.
Is that the way? So how far before the theatrical release do you guys get to watch it? Like, is there, or do you try and wait until that moment?
No, it depends. There are a lot of directors, if I'm doing a movie with Ben, I'm in the editing room with him the whole time. Right. And there's some directors who like to work that way. Chris has a process that's very, he's screening the movie all the time to people outside the business. He's grinding away at it. And so I'll see it probably in a couple months, before it's done. I mean, Clint Eastwood, I remember Clint Eastwood showed me, I did 2 movies with Clint and that was just, he screened it for me like a week before the premiere, but it wasn't like he was going to take notes.
Yeah.
He's like, I hope you like it, And so people have all different ways of working and it's a director's medium really, right? Like they really are the boss and but it can feel or I look at it like a partnership, but I'm the junior partner. Right. So I want to give every good idea that I want to be as helpful as possible. But at the end of the day, it's their name on the movie. It really is they're the ones who are really kind of ruthlessly judged. I know actors are too, but in our world, it's really about the director.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, man. All right. Well, do you want to get into some Boston sports, maybe?
Let's do it, baby.
All right. What do you think about that? I'm a little nervous about the Chargers. I mean, they're,
they got some ball players over there, man. They got some ball players.
They
man.
really do. They got some really great players, but so do we. And I love Vrabel, man. Oh my God, I love that guy.
You got a good one. You guys got a good one.
Unbelievable. I can't believe.
This will be the battle of the minds between him and Harbaugh, man.
Yeah,
it really will, man. Both of those guys, I got so much respect for both of those guys, and. Obviously, you ran into Vrabes before?
No, I've never met him. I've
a legend, dude.
I've blown my voice out cheering for him over the years, but I've never met him. And, he just seems awesome. Like and the way he deals, it's like he took all of the best of Belichick and he's putting it through the filter of himself. And it's like, everybody loves the guy. And Drake Maye is unbelievable. He seems to have that Tom thing where he just doesn't get rattled.
He's got this ability to kind of feel comfortable and almost Tom was unbelievable at dictating the tempo of a game. Like every game that I felt like I played against him, it just felt like he always had like we were going at his pace.
Right.
And Drake kind of has that feel to him, especially when he's clicking. You know?
Yeah. And he's 23.
Yeah.
You know, so
young.
he's just going to get better. So, I mean, I can't believe we got this lucky in New England to have.
You guys had a 3-year playoff drought, and all of a sudden you got another franchise quarterback.
It's nuts. I feel
coaches
terrible.
Figured out.
It's like people in Green Bay where they go from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers, and you're like, come on, I mean, when does that happen? But no, it's unbelievable. And given that my whole childhood we sucked so bad. Like the Patriots were just.
Dude, I mean, that was our childhood. We grew up in Cleveland, so.
Oh, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, man.
They're still not doing very good, but
though.
They got some great players over there, though.
They do.
How about Myles Garrett, man?
Yeah,
unbelievable.
Man. Heck of a year.
That's the last guy I'm trying to block.
I'll tell you what, he's physically probably the most gifted football player I've ever played football against. He's
really.
Oh my gosh,
Matt! When you line up against him, it feels like you're going up against a Power Ranger, like some unearthly, like Mighty Morphin, like dude. I'm just like I get in front of him, just like man, this guy knows that the coach is not about to put me in a position to block this dude. So
please, coach.
That's amazing. How about Aaron Donald? He was the other one, right?
That's the one Jason got a good taste of.
Aaron was the hardest guy I had to block. I didn't really ever have to block Myles like that. And even Aaron, luckily, we were double teamed him most of the time, so I didn't have to block him one-on-one. But Aaron just didn't have – he had his own physical traits, which were very good. Like he was incredibly strong and explosive. Myles has all that, but then he also has the length, just –
the savviness.
He's a bigger size person. Yeah, it's right. It's kind of crazy when you think about both of those guys playing at the same time. They were the two most gifted defensive players I played against for sure.
Wow.
And I think another thing that it feels like Myles has done better with this year, Aaron also had this mentality where he just was relentless. No matter what you did, he would not stop. He kept going.
Like he ever got tired.
He was like mad at you the entire time. Like, what are you mad at me about? I didn't do anything. I'm just trying to do my job, dude. What are we doing? But he was like pissed. And it feels like Myles feels like he was more of that this year. Like there was a relentlessness to Myles that I think you felt all season long from him. And with those traits and that mentality, you saw an incredible season from him for sure. But I do want to ask you this. How do you think the Patriots will do in the playoffs? Is it in New England? Are you guys so spoiled that it's like if they don't win the Super Bowl, you guys are going to be upset?
No,
or is this
no.
Yeah, okay, all right, go ahead.
Not at all. I mean, this is a new team, right? And I think
sure.
This is like found money for us, right? Like I feel like it's like gravy.
You guys busted up in the wall. You found a quarterback. $20 million quarterback sitting in the wall.
He broke in, he took the sledgehammer, and there was Drake Maye. Yeah, no, and I feel, I don't know, personally, I can't speak for everybody in New England, but look, if we get bounced in the first round, I still think this is a massive year for us, right? It's like, okay, so like the future is really bright for us with the coach that we have, with the organization, and like with Bob Kraft, with the way that whole thing is set up, and with that quarterback and those, I mean, I feel like we're in a really good spot. Obviously, we want to see him go as far as they can, but nobody's going to be like, oh, this is bullshit if they don't, you know what I mean? It's like nobody was expecting them to be there. I mean, we were expecting to kind of run into this Buffalo wall for years, right? And that wall's still there, by the way. That team's still very.
Josh isn't going anywhere.
He's unbelievable. Yeah. And so it's fun. It'll be competitive. I was talking to a buddy of mine who was like, this year has been so much fun because there are like 10 teams who could win the Super Bowl. And you'd be like, I'm not surprised,
Yeah. It really is, man.
It's so fun.
Really
for sure.
It's so wide open.
When you had those like New England dynasties or Kansas City dynasties, it's not fun for anybody else. It's only fun for us.
Well done with that. I do every time I've thought the whole year, like the Patriots, it feels like they're a few pieces away. Like I'm like, they don't really have the kind of level of talent you think they need, but they just every week they find a way to win. And I'm with you. The more I watch Drake Maye, the more I'm just like so impressed with his tempo. He makes everything look easy. Like when he's back there and he throws the ball.
Like it's the simplest decision he had to make.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, why is this game so easy to
this guy makes it look so
it's right.
easy.
It feels, it's like inevitable. It's like, oh, obviously that was going to happen. It's It shouldn't be that it shouldn't look that easy.
Yeah.
No.
Well, speaking of Patriot quarterbacks, Ben, obviously friend of the show, he was on here talking about the greatest moment of his life other than the birth of his children was running routes with Brady.
I can't believe he got to do that.
Dude,
I can't believe he got to do that.
And the way he told the story was iconic,
I mean,
man.
I got mad. I was like, you're going to fuck up his timing. You're so slow. Like, don't play catch with Brady unless you're just standing still. Like, don't do that. But yeah, no, I can't. I'm jealous he got to do that.
I was going to say, what's your best or your favorite Boston sports moment?
Well, mine's super personal because my best Boston sports moment actually was in 1999 at the All-Star game. I did the hitting challenge thing, but then that night they let us onto the field to take batting practice at midnight. And my dad was a pitcher. He was a left-handed pitcher, and we were taking batting practice. He wanted me to hit the ball. He wasn't trying to strike me out, but I hit one off the green monster off my dad, which was like, and I literally, it happened, and we both looked at each other, and I was like, I'll never need therapy in my life. Like that.
I'll just go back to this moment.
That was it. We're good.
Oh, that's so fucking cool.
But in terms of the great teams, there are so many, so many unbelievable moments. And Brady gave us, oh my God, him alone, that guy just gave us 20 years of them. So we're we don't deserve Drake Maye. We'll take him.
That's so iconic, man.
Have you ever gotten any working with Brady? Have you met Tom?
Yeah. I know him. I met him a bunch over the years, and he just, I don't know, to me, for you guys, because you guys excel at that championship level. And to me, it always strikes me across anything that you do. It's always the people who do the extra work, the extra thing. Like, I remember the year after New England went 18-1 and we lost to the Giants in the Super Bowl. And I had dinner with Tom and a bunch of guys. And, they brought a bottle of red wine around and everyone's getting a glass of red wine. And Tom's like, no. And I looked at him and I was like, really? I'm like, it's May. Like, your camp starts in 2 months. And he was like, no. Like, he was just like, he was in that, like, I'm my life, I'm going to live my commitment to this thing. You know what I mean? And he just had that insane discipline. And I took my nephew to a game once down in Miami. We were living down there, and my nephew played football. It was played, in the little Pembroke Pines League down in Miami. And I took him. And I was like, Tom, I'm bringing my nephew. And he was 9 at the time. And we get to the, we're down on the field. Everybody's warming up. And he's like, am I going to get to meet Tom? And I'm like, probably not now. Maybe after the game. They're like, look, he's about to go to work. Troy, this is a real, he's working right now. This is serious. Sure enough, Tom comes running over. He's like already sweating. He's just warmed up. My nephew's sitting on the bench, and he's sitting at the end of the bench. And Tom runs up to him and gets in his face, and he's like, you gonna root for me today, Troy?
Are you kidding me?
He's looking up at him, and he just can't talk.
Yeah, right.
And he just nods. He just nods. And Tom goes, gets in his face. Like they're both 9 years old, and goes, we're going to kill these guys.
Oh, dude, he's iconic, dude.
He couldn't have meant it more either. It was so unbelievable. Epic, man. And then he runs off to the locker room. I was like, that was the greatest thing I've ever seen. But it was like 2 9-year-olds talking to each other.
Yeah, hell yeah. We're going to fucking smoke.
Yeah, literally. There might have been an F-bomb in there.
For sure. Yeah.
You got to make sure he feels it. You got to make sure.
He's got to know.
How do you rank your Boston sports fandoms by the sport? Sox, Pats, Celtics, Bruins? That's tough. I would definitely say Red Sox kind of for me growing up, that was the thing. Like that was definitely the top, and the sport I played the most. And then basketball I played a lot too. So if you had asked me when I was growing up, I would have said baseball, basketball, football, hockey. But when I look at, because I guess we just bought into that. Like everybody got so caught up in like, oh, you get wrapped in it. I'm sure. Yeah. We got said, if I actually think of what I spent more time watching, like the last 20 years, probably football. Yeah. Not including football. Who's your favorite Boston sports athlete? Like who's your guy from growing up that you're like, that's my, like Travis's is Carlos Baerga.
from the Cleveland Indians.
Shout out to Carlos, man.
I got Carlton Fisk.
Hey,
nice.
Yeah, he was he was
over on
our
the
catcher.
mantle. Let's go.
Yeah. It was a big part of, like, we wrote the whole scene in Good Will Hunting about him, and there's a whole kind of reference to him in that movie. And there was a whole team, in 77, 78. Those guys, like, I used to go through, we have batting practice, and I'd go through all their stances from each side of the play. Like, I just knew, that those were my guys.
All of it, man. Go to the game, get the program, start to keep score in the back, man.
Yeah, it's just the best.
Well, let me ask you this. You mentioned the Green Monster. I was fortunate to go get a tour at that ballpark when I was visiting Boston in high school for some reason. Where's the best place to sit in that stadium? Like, it's like that and Wrigley Field are like the two baseball stadiums that are the most iconic. What's the best seat in the stadium, you think?
There are a lot of them, actually, depending on, now, like what they've done now by putting seats up on the Green Monster, like that's insane up there. I sat in the kind of the last box next to those seats a couple years ago when I went up, and that was absolutely crazy.
I was fortunate enough. I went to when they were doing the one game wild card playoff scenarios. Boston actually played the Yankees at Fenway. I was there, and they won 1-0. I was actually sitting up on the Green Monster.
No way.
With a bunch of the Air
Green
Force.
Monster?
I sat on the Green Monster and literally saw a line drive come probably 10 feet from, or 10 yards from me. And when it hit that monster, dude, it felt like, dude, it was boom, and everybody's going nuts, dude. It was Boston's an unbelievable sports town, man.
Did they leave you alone up there on the Monster?
It wasn't too bad. Some of the Air Force had some fun with me, but it was all, dude, I'm here for it,
What's
man.
up,
I'm here for it.
Travis? What are you doing here, bro?
Yeah, exactly.
There we go.
You already know. It was epic, dude. I'm here for the chatter anyway, all day, baby. How much do you hate Jason and the Eagles for beating the Pats in Super Bowl 52?
Come on, Travis.
Well, congratulations, Jay. I still don't understand why he didn't put Malcolm Butler in the game. I will never understand that.
It's a fair question.
Because I think did we punt that game? I don't know if we might have punted once.
It was a high scoring game.
Tommy threw for like 500 and something yards. Nobody ever done that.
It was his best performance. Yeah.
It was just unreal. And we just needed to stop you guys. We never stopped you, Jason.
One of the best Super Bowls ever, man.
I think we punted once, and I think that was the only punt, if I remember correctly.
I wonder, actually, I'll bet you, I'll tell you what, man, we might have punted. If we punted at all, we punted once probably. That's probably got to be the record for the least punts in a Super Bowl.
Well, it was the highest scoring game, and then I think we broke that record again when we played Travis in the Super Bowl. I think that was the only other one that got higher scoring or something like that. But Tom's day, that was his best Super Bowl of his career.
Yeah, the Patriots did not punt. The Patriots didn't. Yeah, both punters were having a Coke and some popcorn on the sideline that game.
Yeah,
it's a fair question.
He never answered it though. So I always wondered about that. There was something personal. There was something weird because it's like, why does a guy play 99% of the snaps and then you tell him while the national anthem's playing that he's not playing?
That caliber, man.
And then you got to switch everybody around to different positions that they haven't played. It's like they're suddenly in a preseason
for the past 2 weeks.
It's something weird about it, man. I could never figure that out.
Didn't he? I think he got in trouble for missing a meeting or something like that, didn't he? There was something leading up to it.
But there was
that meeting.
I know.
I agree. But this is kind of like,
tell me what I missed.
It's also the thing is
it's
for
the
me,
Patriot way though. You can't be missing meetings.
Yeah, but then maybe after the first quarter when you can't stop their offense, maybe you're like, okay,
Malcolm,
you learned your lesson. Get in there. Or maybe after the first half. Okay, now I've really, I've proved my point. But will you never put the dude in?
It really is actually, I think, more selfish not to play the best guy because everybody else wants to win.
By the way, the Patriots way is do your job, right? The Patriots way is you got 53 guys who gave up absolutely everything. They sacrificed everything and that's your whole thing. And so what does it say if you have an axe to grind with somebody that you're not going to play him? It's just
exactly.
It's
well
to your
said.
point. It's kind of selfish.
It feels weird. Yeah. It definitely feels like there was
ego is the enemy of everything. It really is. Like, it's certainly in my line of work. Like, if you can't just, like, your allegiance has to be to the best idea. Like, you're all a lesser part of the thing you're making. And you got to put that first. And if you do that, if everyone does that, everything's going to work out.
Have you felt like you've been able to do that your whole career? Or do you get to a point where you've been through that enough where it's like, all right, selfishly, I want to go and I feel like this is the best thing. But in order for this to work out the best, we really need to operate together in a different
No, I never feel like those things are like mutually exclusive. I never feel, I always feel like my best interest is aligned with making the thing that we're making as good as we can make it. And that it requires everybody to have that attitude. And so, like, when I hear stories, I don't think I've ever been on a set where somebody was really misbehaving or anything like that was happening. I hear those stories. I'm like mystified by those stories. I'm like, man, the fuck was that person doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
sure.
It's all about, like, just trying to make the thing as good as you can make it. And it's a collaborative project.
Hell yeah. Be a good teammate, man.
Yeah, exactly. And with the director who is the director, it's like a benevolent dictatorship. Like, the director basically
they get 51%.
Yeah, exactly. Respect. Yeah, 51%.
Coach Andy Reid's the director.
Yeah, exactly.
He's getting 51%. This is bullshit. Travis, shut up. Got it.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. But if you really like that guy, right, or woman, if you really like that leader that you have, right, then that's a perfect deal because you're never going to be misaligned with them because you kind of see things the same way.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's cool to hear. It kind of translates into your line of work and your world too, man.
I think, like, the older I get, the more crossover there is kind of in all this stuff about, like, how you approach stuff. And it makes me think about how to talk to my kids about that. And, like, whatever they want to do, these things will kind of bearing across all of these different kind of disciplines because they kind of work for everything.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hey, is it too? Have you announced, Trav, if you're going to keep playing? Is that a big secret at this point? Do you take time at this point?
Yeah, I think I'm just going to take some time, let it kind of fizzle out, let everything happen, get away from the game. First time I've not had a job in January in a long time. So I'm going to go ahead and enjoy, hanging out with some family and putting my feet up, watching some football, seeing how this crazy anybody can win it type of season plays out. But yeah, I'm just trying to figure it all out myself, and I'll do that with the family and friends and
No, yeah. No, it's a big decision. I remember Michael Strahan years ago came over to watch the Super Bowl, and he was thinking about retiring, and we're the same age, and I was like, come on, man, we're in our prime, and he was like, look, it takes a lot to get ready. There's a lot of work that goes into it. And, he was telling me all that, kept pushing. Finally, he turns to me, he goes, Matt, I get in 35 car accidents a week.
Hell yeah. And he's the one doing,
Well, he's the one he's initiating them. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that's a real consideration. And it's easy to sit at home, enjoy watching you guys play and be like, why don't they play another season?
Yeah.
I mean, when you get the call when you're 45, like Phillip Rivers, baby.
God, how good was that?
You're never out of it, dude.
Pulling for him.
Everyone loved it, dude. We all wanted him to go and fucking get him into the playoffs, or at least put up some dubs. And man, that shit was epic.
He did a good job.
He did. I thought he did do a really good job. And as a granddad, man, I was like, unbelievable.
It's insane.
Yeah, with his high school team watching.
I thought
epic.
Playing the game was awesome to watch, but then even his comments after the game about just like not being afraid and like facing I just think it was
having that courage. Yeah,
man, he's such the pinnacle of what a quarterback and like a football player is. So it was awesome to see him back out there.
It is also cool to see guys like you guys get so much better at your job. It's such a weird thing because you guys get better at your job, but your skills decline as you age. And so
mentally you keep going this way.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the physical aspects start going down.
When he got out there, he looked like he hadn't missed a beat. Like the game was slow for him. He was like, no, I know what this, I've seen that before. I know what they're going to do.
Like he was in control. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. So that was really cool. I've always thought that's a tough part of the athlete's life is I talked to a baseball player once who was kind of a journeyman second baseman. And he was retired. He was like 37 and he was retiring. And I said, what happened? And he was like, look, my bread and butter was a 95 mile an hour fastball. And he goes, someone threw me a 95 mile an hour fastball. My eyes got big and I swung and I was late.
Yeah.
And I looked at the catcher and the catcher looked at me and then I looked at the pitcher and he goes, and he gave me another one and I was late again. He goes, and he struck me out on 3 pitches. He goes, and then, they're with all the analytics, they're all looking at it. He goes, within 2 weeks, I was out of the league. Like everybody was throwing this fastball. And he goes, the sad thing for me is that he goes, I know more about hitting now. He goes, if you put my 37-year-old brain in my 21-year-old body, I'd be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Man, it's crazy to imagine like that, but
that's a crazy thing. Cause I was about his age and I was like, I'm just getting into the meat of my career now. Like this is getting more and more fun. And, it's a tough decision, man. It's a tough decision. So I feel for you. Whatever you make is going to be the right decision, though.
Like we said earlier, man, this is a silly life I get to live, brother. So whether I'm coming back on the field or not, man, I'm still living it to the fullest, man.
Well, and you guys, this is great too. This whole forum and everything that you guys made here is like, it's like, see, there's a lot, it was like Strahan said to me years ago, like there was another life after that he was excited about too. So
yeah. And Strahan, man, he's been an awesome dude to me since I've been in the league and helped me numerous off seasons trying to figure things out. So shout out to Stray.
Yeah.
We're always looking out, man.
Thank you to our partner, HBO Max.
The Pit is back with a brand new season tomorrow, January 8th at 9 p.m. Eastern.
All righty, here's the deal. It's starring Emmy Award winner Noah Wyle. The critically acclaimed HBO Max series follows a real-time shift with 15 high-stake hours told across 15 must-see episodes.
How about it? One episode for every hour. That sounds pretty intense.
Yeah, and they're extra long shifts. Normally shifts only last 12 hours.
Really?
But for the doctors and nurses on The Pit, the work never stops.
Look at you knowing hospital hours.
Don't miss The Pit Season 2, premiering tomorrow night on HBO Max. Thank you to our sponsor, Allstate.
Checking Allstate first could save you hundreds on car insurance. That's smart. Not checking the reviews before you try a new restaurant, not so smart.
Yeah. Did you know a tasting menu means you literally get one bite per course?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
All right now.
Thank you to our sponsor, Starbucks.
Jason, you know that morning chaos. You got your protein shake in one hand, you got your coffee in the other. You're trying not to spill everything before your workout. Yeah. Starbucks just fixed that whole situation.
Boy, did they. Meet your partner in crime. Starbucks protein lattes. That's right, baby. Protein mixed with a latte.
You didn't think they could do it, but they did. Picture this. Smooth vanilla swirled into perfectly steamed protein-boosted milk. Espresso, and it's got none of that chalky protein aftertaste you've learned to dread. It's the protein boost you need. We're talking serious gains in a creamy latte you'll actually enjoy.
The iced vanilla protein latte brings that classic cafe flavor to your fitness game with 29 grams of protein in a grande. What?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That is. That's pretty awesome. All right. And if you want to switch things up, there's iced protein matcha waiting to energize your routine as well. Both available and sugar-free to keep your goals in check. I'm not going to lie, Brandon.
You don't lie, Jason.
This is actually very good. I am not a big fan of mixing protein with everyday items usually, but this, I could get on board with this. This is really tasty. You don't really notice the protein additive.
Don't. That's what's so wild.
It just tastes like
everything that's protein enhanced either has that grit or it's got that weird little artificial sweetness that you always like. Yeah. You're like, oh, this is not a real thing. This is off. But it doesn't matter. However you want to level up your protein game, Starbucks is coming through to help you out.
Try the lineup of high-protein beverages at Starbucks or add protein-boosted milk to your favorite drink to customize and create your own.
Swole.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I can get on board with this morning routine very easily.
let's go ahead and get into this last segment. It's called We Gotta Ask, but you don't have to answer. You can tell us to fuck off. You were talking about your kids earlier. As a fellow father of 4 girls, what is your best piece of girl dad advice for Jason over here?
Man, I got nothing. I got nothing for you. You're in it. I heard before we started, I heard the kids in the back. I was like, oh my God. I do have to say that, there was you guys went to eat, or at least your wife did, at a restaurant in Montana. Ming Tsai is the chef there, and Ming's a friend of mine. And he told me, and this was the greatest thing. He goes, Jason Kelsey's wife is a rock star. He goes,
yeah, Kai.
Yeah. He literally was like, she came in. He goes, she's got like an 8-month-old on one arm. She's got a toddler here. She had 4 kids hanging off her. He was like, she is a boss. It was very, very cool. So I don't think I need to give you any advice, because it sounds like you married the right woman, and she's a boss.
Yes. She is a boss, and she's got to deal with me too, a 5th kid. She doesn't even. I unfortunately missed that because I do Monday Night Football, but I heard she's phenomenal. She's incredible with the kids. The only bit of advice, whenever I get asked that question too, and my first thing I tell people with advice with kids is, don't listen to any advice anybody else gives.
You got to figure it out.
They're all so different. I don't know how you feel about yours, but the moment one comes out, they're like more sensitive. This one's a little bit more like rambunctious. Like every single one of them is like their own person. And it's like right away. Yeah. Like the moment they start talking, it feels like they're different.
Man, I used to be a real, in that nature nurture argument. But I'm now on this like nature, like that's a thing, your kids show up, like that spirit, that soul is there, and it's going to do what it's going to do. And the nurture part is very important. You're going to be a part of helping with that. But they really are who they are, like right away. That's like been a profound. And as they grow older, you still see in their infant face, you still see them as their, wow. It's the only thing I'd say. An old friend of mine said when my 19-year-old was probably 18 months, said, don't blink. Don't blink. And that shit is real. My daughter broke her collarbone, and this morning she was getting ready for school. She's 17, and she asked me to brush her hair. And so I brushed her hair, and it was like I hadn't brushed her hair, I don't know, 8-9 years, you know what I mean? But you're at that stage now where it's like you get them ready. It's like you're brushing, they're lined up, and you're you got to get them, right. And those, and it's and I don't remember the last time I don't remember when I brushed her hair for the last time. It just kind of happened. Man. And then life kind of kept going, and the changes are so incremental that like you don't realize until I ran the hairbrush through her hair, and it's the same, like all of it. It's, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it buckled me, man. It's like, so don't blink.
That's awesome.
Okay. I like that. I like that a lot. All right. You mentioned just a second ago about how, an athlete learns more, and they actually know more. They wish they knew more when they were younger. As an actor, writer, producer, is there something you know now that you really wish you knew when you were younger?
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, it's the same it's too long. For me, I would love to go back and remake all the movies again. You know what I mean? But like, I remember, working with Steven Spielberg early on in my career and going like, I don't know enough about filmmaking to be next to this man right now. Like, I have so many questions, and I don't know what the right questions are yet. And so I remember just following him around, and I remember everything that guy ever said to me, because I was trying to bank it, because I knew it was going to come in handy. And then as, in the intervening 30 years or whatever, I things that he said have come back as I've kind of learned them and go, oh man, that's what he was talking about. So those kind of things, I really got lucky in that I got to work with some amazing people, and I'd love to be able to go back through that process and work with, even if I could just work with the people that I've already worked with again. There's so much I didn't know. And that's kind of the fun thing about making movies. It's like, it's always a different job. The challenges of a day are always different, and it's always fun.
Battle of the unknown. Well, you're talking about, some of your previous movies. Friend of the show, George Clooney, told us that
don't listen to anything that guy says.
You guys are in talks with another Ocean's movie.
Okay. I thought he was going to play some fucking practical joke on me.
I love that. That's immediately where it goes.
He's just and he'll do the long ones that just go for, he set it up 9 years ago. They're talking about it. I don't know. We'll see. These things. They're always talking about it. It's a weird business. You never know how things will coalesce. And I'd love that group of guys. And obviously we're down a few now. We've lost a couple over the years, but there's a lot of love in that group for sure. So yeah, if we can get our shit together, that'd be a lot of fun.
Heck
Hell yeah.
We have a clip here from School Ties where you play a football player.
Oh yeah.
Would you mind breaking this play down for us?
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah. Come on.
No bar, baby. Let's go.
Run your ass off for me.
It said block your ass off for me. Yeah. Watch what Brendan Fraser does to me.
Dude, look at Brendan Fraser.
I really wanted to score the touchdown.
Let's go.
But he's the good player. So guess what, Matt?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's a textbook cut
Team
block.
player, baby. This is legendary, dude.
Yeah, not only could I not do the cut block, he actually had to throw me into the right position. Yeah,
That's great.
That was the first feature film that I had a big role in, and Ben's in that movie too. That was it was Ben Affleck's in that, Cole Hauser's in that.
Oh wow,
Brendan, Chris O'Donnell's in there. There's a hell of a group of guys, but we were all 20 years old.
That's crazy.
That was awesome.
When you made the movie Air,
yeah,
did you get a chance to meet Mike?
No. Ben went down and talked to Mike, and I was supposed to go, but my kids had something that day, so I stayed here. And Ben went down to meet Mike, and because this was before we made the deal to do it, because we knew that if Mike wasn't down with it, then you
guys wanted to respect that.
A, respect it, and B, there would be no we'd put all this work into a movie, and then if Jordan came out and was like, that's bullshit, the movie's just dead.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
So, but we wanted his blessing, even though he wasn't going to be a part of it. It wasn't but Ben went down and talked to him, and a lot came out of that meeting. In fact, he gave us kind of people who were more instrumental than we understood from the original script we read. So we rewrote it. The biggest thing he said was because Ben asked him about his parents, and he was like, what role did your dad play? What do you need? And Mike said, he was like, my dad was a great guy. And he goes, my mom runs shit.
Really?
Yeah. And Ben was like, really? And he was like, yeah, my mom runs shit. And Ben was like, oh,
that's
should
how
I
it was
talk
portrayed
to you?
for sure.
He's like, you want to try to call my mother? He's like, no,
Yeah.
And Ben was like, okay, well, who should play your mother? And before he got mother out, Mike was like, Viola Davis.
Wow.
So
just do it right away.
Ben called me up from Florida where he was meeting with them, and he was like, dude, good news, bad news. I'm like, what? He's like, but we got Mike's blessing. He's like, we got to rewrite the entire script because it's all about it's all about his mother. And I go, okay, great. And he goes, oh, I go, what's the bad news? And he goes, there's only one actor who will. And I was like, who? And he's like, Viola Davis. And I'm like, all right, you want me to call? We got to call American Treasure Viola Davis.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And be like, listen, we can't make this movie unless you make it with us. So there was a great young writer on that project, and we kind of rebuilt the whole thing around her character,
Nice.
and try to make a role that was worthy of, Viola.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
Man.
Very cool. Very cool. Is there anybody that you've worked with? You worked with a lot of acting legends, but is there anyone that you were starstruck with on set?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's happened a lot of times to me. But I went on Saving Private Ryan. Tom Hanks said something to all of us. I asked him about he did this movie a long time ago called Nothing in Common. And Jackie Gleason played his father. And Jackie Gleason was like this, bigger than life, star of The Honeymooners and all this. And I asked Tom about it. And Tom said, I asked him if he was nervous. And Tom goes, you know what? He stopped me. He goes, I made the decision not to be nervous. I made the decision not to be intimidated by, and it was really good advice. I was like 25 or 26 and it was like, you got to just approach the work, and you got to approach people kind of as they are, I mean, it was just like it was very helpful in the sense that, I think I could have been intimidated by a lot of the people that I am, because I'm a fan of theirs, I'm a fan, and I still feel that way about a lot of people I work with. I did, but it's more like it's better to appreciate them for the work that they do, but leave the rest of the shit at the door so that you can actually get some work done.
Oh yeah, that's awesome advice, man. Shout out to Tom Hanks, man.
I'm gonna start using that advice.
The man with one red shoe, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. The money pit.
Hell yeah. We always end the segment by asking everyone what was their welcome to Hollywood moment. The story you just told us was pretty fucking iconic early in your career, but was there ever a moment that was just like, holy shit, I'm doing this, or could be good, could be bad, could be just
Yeah, I think the biggest, like the one I think about all the time was when Good Will Hunting, when we, it was such a roller coaster from writing it to selling it to, developing it to going, the turnaround to getting picked up at another studio. There's all this stuff that the first day we were shooting, we were actually rolling film and the movie was getting made. And it was a scene between Stellan Skarsgård and Robin Williams. Ben and I weren't even in the scene, but we went to watch. And when they called action and those two like heavyweight actors, amazing actors, started talking, started saying the shit that we wrote, like we just tears coming down. And I think that was like, that was definitely a kind of an amazing moment. 'Cause it was like, this is real. Like, even if nothing happens with this movie, like we got it made.
We're doing it.
We were like Rocky in the first one, where it's like, we didn't even want the belt.
Yeah.
We just wanted to go 15 rounds and still be there. And so that was kind of the moment where we were like, this movie's actually going to happen.
That's awesome.
Fucking iconic.
If you had any advice for somebody that was looking into getting into writing or acting, or what would your advice be? Like, what's the best way to get started or learn, or I don't know.
Well, it's like a trade. So it's to do it,
Yeah.
And so find really good people to study under and try to apprentice yourself to. And, if you want to write screenplays, I'd go probably online now. You can probably get every screenplay. Just read, read 10 of them a week. And just start by osmosis. You'll start to understand kind of the form. Read the movies that you like and see what they look like in script form, and then read movies even that you don't like very much and see what they look like. And that's kind of how we did it. We kind of backed into writing because we were unemployed. Nobody wanted us. And so we were like, we better write our own thing. And we were kind of able to do that because we'd read so many hundreds of scripts. And then seen those movies get made and seen what became of them, and we had seen what got cut out and what survived and what worked on the page and what worked on the screen and all that stuff. So yeah, the more you can expose yourself to it and be around other people who are interested in it and make it a focus for your time and energy, then, the better shot you have. It's a brutal business though. I wouldn't, my old answer to that was always like, I just tell people, don't do it. No, honestly, because every single person told us not to do it. Like everybody, there was nobody in my life who said, yeah, this is good, you should do this. Like it was a suicide mission, basically. Like you're not going to make any money. You're not going to, you're just going to go out and get beaten down by the world. It's like in the first 100 times you go audition, you usually just get rejected, and it's humiliating. And it's like, you gotta really, really, really want it.
Do you think the landscape has changed at all from when you were trying to come up?
Totally different business. It's like, I don't know what to, I have trouble because I don't know where the business is going. And so I don't know what to tell, but the things that matter still matter. Like if you love acting, if you love writing, then it doesn't matter where the business is going. You're going to find your place in the business. But yeah, just doing it as much as you can. Like it really is it's a trade. Like people try to put all this hocus pocus around it, but it's like, being a carpenter, like, can you build a house? Right. So it's just start working on that and and eventually you'll be able to.
Get out what you put in, man.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
absolutely.
Brother, thank you for the wisdom.
Yeah.
Thank you for the stories.
There we go.
Appreciate the time, man.
Thank you guys, man.
And thank you for the rip, man. On Netflix, January 16th. Everybody go check it out. Matt Damon,
Thank you,
ladies and
guys.
gentlemen.
I really appreciate it. You guys
You're the
are
man,
awesome.
brother.
Bro,
Thank
you're
you for coming
a fucking
on, brother.
legend.
Thank you for having me, man. This is awesome. I really do watch you guys a lot. Like for a dude who's supposed to have a job.
We appreciate it, man.
Sorry for taking up your real space.
I am going to get recommended this on my fucking phone. It's going to be
No
great.
doubt.
Yeah.
All righty, everybody. That wraps up this episode of New Heights. Thank you so much to Matt Damon.
Yeah.
This is absurd that we get to talk to an individual of his
It's so
stature,
crazy.
and we will take full advantage of it. Make sure you subscribe to the New Heights channel on YouTube and follow New Heights on the Wondery app or wherever you get your podcasts. You can listen to new episodes of New Heights ad-free right now by joining Wondery Plus in the Wondery app or on Apple Podcasts.
Once again, New Heights of Wondery Show brought to you by Intuit Turbo Tax. Don't forget to do your taxes, ladies and gentlemen. You can make it a whole lot easier by doing it with Intuit Turbo Tax. Follow the show on all social media at New Heights Show with 1S for fun clips throughout the week. We got a bunch of them for you, man. Matt Damon, thank you so much. Thank you to the New Heights production and team for making this thing a fun ride for all of us. And thank you to the 92%ers for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you next week.
All righty. Out now, brown cow. Out now, brown cow.
Unique New York.
Did you hear that?
Unique New York.
Did you hear that?
Did you just rip it?
Yeah.
I thought
heard
that
it?
was. I thought that was you. Yeah.
But I was holding it in the entire Matt Damon interview. Not going to lie.
You're respectable, man.
Yeah. Talking to a fucking
You should have
legend.
tried it. You should have saw if you were broke.
Do I smell something through my... Do you guys smell that?
Why do I taste that? You hear how wet
What
How
is it about a
dense
good...
and how it's like foggy.
I'm going to ask you
The
a
air got
question.
foggy, huh?
I'm going to ask you a question, Matt. Have you ever Dutch ovened yourself? Is that...
That's the thing for sure.
Oh, I mean, a thing. I've done it multiple times just to see where I'm at.
You do it as an experiment.
Yeah.
You do just all right. Here, let me
Oh,
check.
wow. That's, I mean, it's my brand.
Let me check the old exit. See how we're doing here.
I got no problem with my brand. Wow. That is pungent.
So, does it mean anything if it's like different?
I feel like I can tell if my protein intake based on how my farts smell.
Ooh, does it get more sour the more protein?
It gets more like dense. Like if you're eating too much protein, like that your body isn't properly like harnessing and utilizing to build muscle. If you start eating too much protein, then it almost feels like there's like a change in the atmospheric pressure with your fart. Like it's like there's more molecules in the area. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a pressure that is in there. Like you are like, wow, that is thick. That's when you know you're eating too much protein.
All right.
So I can sometimes gauge it if I'm trying to see like, oh, did I eat the right amount of protein? Then you fart and then you're like, oh yeah, I'm definitely eating way too much protein. That thing's like that's basically water. That's
gotta dial
steam.
back.
I got steam coming out of my ass right now. Yeah.